The first name that comes to our mind with the mention of electricity is Michael Faraday. Michael Faraday was an English scientist who contributed to the study of electromagnetism and electrochemistry. He was born on 22 September 1791 in Newington Butts, England. His main discoveries include electromagnetic induction, diamagnetism, and electrolysis. It is a tale not just about science and discovery, but the power of grit and determination. His father James was a blacksmith, originally from Yorkshire, who moved to the south and ultimately married the daughter of a farmer. His family was not well off. The young Michael Faraday, who was the third of four children, having only the most basic school education. His father was ill for much of his childhood, so his life was not that easy. At the age of 14, he became an apprentice to George Debu, who was a local bookbinder and bookseller in Blandford Street. During that time, he read many books and developed interest in science, especially in electricity. He was particularly inspired by the book Conversations on Chemistry by Jane Marcet. He also attended lectures by English chemist Humphrey Davy, and he sent Davy a 300-page book based on his lectures. Davy's reply was immediate, kind, and favorable. Davy lost his eyesight in an accident with nitrogen trichloride, so he appointed Faraday as a chemical assistant at the Royal Institution in 1813. In 1832, Faraday was elected as a foreign honorary member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. He became the first full-time professor of chemistry at a Royal Institution in 1833. By his research on the magnetic field around a conductor carrying a direct current, that Faraday established the basis for the concept of the electromagnetic field in physics. He also establishes that magnetism could affect rays of light. Faraday was specifically involved in the study of chlorine. He discovered two new compounds of chlorine and carbon, such as C2Cl6 and C2Cl4. He also discovered the compound benzene. He conducted experiments on diffusion and liquefaction of the gases. He investigated the alloys of steel and produced glass for optical purposes. The liquefaction of gases helps to establish that gases are vapors of liquid possessing very low boiling point and gave a more solid basis to the concept of molecular aggregation. He is responsible for the discovery of law of electrolysis. Faraday's law of electrolysis, which uses math to connect the current flowing through a circuit to the mass of the chemical substance moving through the battery. He is best known for his work regarding electricity and magnetism. Electromagnetism is one of the four fundamental forces of nature. In 1821, Danish physicist and chemist Hans Christian Ørsted discovered a phenomenon known as electromagnetism. Davy and a British scientist tried but failed to design an electric motor. Faraday, having discussed the problem with the two men, went on to build two devices to produce what he called electromagnetic rotation. After the death of Davy in 1831, he began his great series of experiments in which he discovered electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction is one of the main ways that electricity and magnetism are connected. When he wrapped two insulated coils of wire around an iron ring and found that upon passing a current through one coil, a momentary current was induced in the other coil. This phenomenon is known as mutual induction. Faraday's disk is a simple type of electric generator where you generate electricity by rotating a metal disc through a magnetic field. In 1845, Faraday discovered that many materials exhibit a weak repulsion from a magnetic field, a phenomenon he termed diamagnetism. Faraday's eye-speed experiment demonstrated that the charge resides only on the exterior of a charged conductor. Faraday's cage, which is basically a shield against outside electromagnetic field. These are the major scientific achievements of Michael Faraday. Faraday continued the experiment into 1840s until his health started deteriorating. He eventually died in 1867 at the age of 75. In a lot of ways, his life and legacy embodied the spirit of scientific exploration, a keen mind built to risk trying new things to see what we can learn about the universe. We can't imagine a world without his scientific contributions. His contributions can't be overstated. This is the story of the father of electricity, Michael Faraday.